Hi, I'm Sully, and I'm making a game about my testimony of becoming a believer in Christ. So I've been super busy the last 3 weeks. I worked around 60 hours the first week with work and helping my landlord, all combined. The next week I went on vacation with my family, which is a really well-timed break. This last week of the sprint though, I did make a decent amount of progress on the game, working mostly on more scenes and an improved fishing mechanic. Firstly, I just want to clear something up. I kind of misspoke last devlog when I said I'd be making a demo. It's really just going to be a playable small-scale prototype, which I'll call an MVP from now on, or a minimum viable product. It's definitely not going to be very polished, unfortunately, but I would love to get some feedback on what people think about the game before my last semester of college starts up. So the first thing I did this sprint was I struggled a little bit more with the waves, specifically trying to make the waves work at larger dimensions. After struggling for a while trying to make a better shader, and honestly almost starting over with the shader, I figured out I could just locally scale the plane, which doesn't solve all of my problems, but solves the very pressing issue of the tiny size of the plane. I kind of figured the issue was the size, but now I realize it's really just the amount of vertices that the plane has. I have a couple of more ideas on how to improve the plane, like adding fog and adjusting like the wave height and frequency, but I decided to move on for now. Next, with the deadline of the MVP so close, August 20th, I decided to plan out everything that I needed and put it into separate issues on my issue board. For this kind of product management, I use GitHub projects. I then made a flowchart on OneNote exclusively for all the major elements I'd need for the MVP's launch. I decided because I had a smaller focus, it would be best to get all the scenes and transitions finished to make the planning process easier. In doing this, I imported a simple room interior scene that will make more sense when you actually play the MVP, which I'll leave a link to this free asset and my itch.io account in the description. If you're at all interested in this game, please give it a try when it soft launches August 20th, and give me some feedback by leaving a comment. Finally, this sprint, I decided to get some work done on an improved fishing mechanic, as it was seriously lacking in creativity. Before, I was kind of making like a toddler's version of Dredge's fishing mechanic, but I decided to take a different direction with the mechanic because I'm not planning on making anything unique with the inventory system like Dredge does with the Tetris style inventory. So I made an MVP version of a fishing system I've had an idea for a bit. It's a two-phase fishing system where you first have to get the fish on the line, then once you do, you reel it in to catch it. Of course, this still needs a lot of visual work and some polishing, but I'm happy with how it came out. I might make a more detailed video going over how I made this system later when it is polished and actually has more to it, but let me know if that interests you, although the way that it looks now, maybe I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have. I have a lot of work to do in 2 weeks, but I'm still confident that I can get something out by August 20th. Thanks so much for watching and joining me for the making of this game. After the MVP, I plan to have some occasional devlog updates, but not nearly this regular. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy playing the MVP, and the link to it will be in the description. Bye.